Welcome to ProgrammingKT. I am explaining about the concept is method reference. Method reference was introduced in Java 8. So before learning this concept, you already know about lambda expressions and functional interfaces. Why? Because these two concepts are the prerequisites to learn method reference. So then only you can understand. So if you don't know about these two concepts, I already make video on this. A couple of videos. Watch that videos, then you will get some clarity. So moreover that, if you did not subscribe Programming KT channel, subscribe it. Then you will never miss notifications from my channel. So now let's jump into the actual topic. So I already make some points about method reference. Let me show you that. So method reference is a shorthand syntax for lambda expressions. So wherever lambda expressions will be there, we can write method reference there. Then that corresponding method will be executed. Moreover that lambda expressions and method references are working with the help of functional interfaces. So without functional interfaces, we can't write lambda expressions and method reference. So there are two types of method references. Like first one will be the instance method reference, static method reference. Second one. So instance method reference, how we can refer. So corresponding once we can create current class object. So variable name, reference variable name, double colon, method name. So this is the syntax to refer a method. So if the method is static method, so in our logic, actual before JDK, how we can call, even after JDK also, it also, how we can call static methods by using class name, right? Class name dot corresponding method name. So likewise here also, if the method is static method, so if you want to refer that method, we can refer by using class name. So class name, double colon, method name. So this is the syntax for referring static methods. Now let me write the examples, then you can get some clarity. So I already said, right, without functional interfaces, it is not possible to create lambda expressions and method reference. So first we need to create some functional interface, or else if you want to use in existing, inbuilt functional interfaces, then you can use directly. So here I am trying to create one functional interface, then I will write lambda expression for that abstract method, implementation. Then I will refer that method by using, either it may be instance method reference or static method reference. So our target, first we need to create functional interface. So interface, I am trying to build the simple logic. Here I am trying to create one method called mathUtilAdd. This is the interface name. Inside this method, I am trying to create one abstract method called add. So this method is expecting two arguments. Make this interface is functional interface by adding at the date functional interface annotation on top of that interface. So first our target will be, first there must be a functional interface, then we can write lambda expressions and method reference. Now functional interface is ready. Now I am trying to create one lambda expression for corresponding functional interface abstract method implementation. So how I can write lambda expression? First we can take that functional interface and create one reference. I am taking as it is with a small m. Then I will write lambda expression implementation. So how we can, this abstract method is expecting two parameters, right? So here also I am trying to pass two parameters. Then simply our logic will be simple, just adding these two. Now this abstract method implementation is done with the help of lambda expression. Now I am trying to call that add method from that reference, interface reference. Here I am trying to pass two values. Now what we are expecting? We are expecting some result, right? So that is 25. Now let me try to assign to a variable. It is already assigned. Then I am trying to print that result. Here I can take it as a result. Let me try to run it. So we got the result, right? So this is the lambda expression for corresponding functional interface abstract method. Now split this method. Update. I can say I can replace this lambda expression with method reference. So the name itself indicates that method reference, right? To refer a method, there must be some method is required for corresponding functional interface abstract method implementation. So for that, first I need to create one method, public int add. So this method is the implementation method for this abstract method. Interface abstract method. Implementation for this abstract method. Next, what I am trying to return? I am trying to return passing two values sum. So now I can refer this method. So there must be some method exist, then only we can refer, right? Moreover that this method is instance method. How we can refer instance method? First we need to create object, right? So for that I am trying to create one object for current class. So if we can go to the syntax, reference variable name double colon method name. So reference variable name here I created like method reference mr double colon then method name. Perfect. Now let me try to run. I got the same result. Now I replaced that lambda expression with method reference. So exactly it is working, right? Even though if I can change 12 I am expecting 24. Yes, it is working, right? So if the lambda expressions and method reference working same, if you have doubt why these method reference concepts are introduced, so if the method references are introduced, so if the logic is common, if you are trying to call in multiple places, so lambda expression will be used if the logic is only one time. So if the logic is required more than one time, so we can create that logic. We can separate that logic in one method. Then we can refer that method in multiple multiple. Where multiple locations wherever you want. So this is the advantage of method reference over lambda expression. Now let me try to implement one static method reference. This is the instance method reference, right? So let me create one more functional interface to write example for static method reference. Interface mathUtil multiply. So write one abstract method, can write abstract method called multiplication mul. So here also I will pass one variable, two arguments and b, or else if I can make it as a square. Anyway, depending on your requirement, you can at the time of practice you can check with the multiple approaches: subtraction, addition, multiplication, square, functional interface. Now I can write static method reference for this. Like I can, let me try to create one static method, public static int multiplication. Here it is expecting two arguments. Then I am trying to return multiplication of these two values. So here there is a typo error. Now let me try to refer static method. So here first one will be the instance method reference. Instance method reference. Next one will be the static method reference. Here this one I can remove static method reference. Now let me try to change the logic accordingly. Static method reference. So here mathUtil multiplication I am trying to consider here. So moreover that class name, right? Class name with corresponding method name. What is the method? Multiplication. Now here also we need to change. We need to make reference for multiplication interface. So here multiplication result I can rename. Now let me try to pass some smaller numbers, then you can understand. Now we are trying to expect the result like 4 to 8, right? Yeah. Here also I need to update method name. Now let me try to run. Yeah, we are getting the result, right? So this is the instance method reference. This is the static method reference. So one thing you need to you take care about, when you are writing to method reference, so method name may be same or may not be same with corresponding functional interface method. Here I wrote add, right? Here also I wrote same. So instead of that add, I can write some also. So there is no restrictions. Why? Because lambda expression doesn't care about method name, right? So if I can update here, so method reference take care. It will consider about arguments types. It doesn't care about method name. So if I can change here, here also I need to change. So it is perfectly valid. We try to run. So I got the same result, right? So only when you are when trying to write method reference, take care about argument types. Method name may be same or may not be same. So depending on your, if you want to write same method, write it. If you want to write different method with some meaningful name, you can write it, but argument must be same. So this is the two, static method reference and instance method reference examples. Now let me try to build one complex logic. So for that, first I am trying to create one input source called list. So here I am trying to create one list of integers. So here I am trying to write some random integer data. Wantedly I am trying to make some duplicate data here. So now I have some data with the list of integers. Now let me try to implement the logic for method reference and static method reference and instance method reference. So first I am trying to apply stream. Then my first target is I am trying to filter it. I am trying to expect all numbers that are greater than 4. So next, so first I will write all implementations, inbuilt functional interface implementations with lambda expressions. Then I will replace that lambda expressions with method reference. So here filter is expecting predicate, right? Here I am trying to implement the logic like filter is greater than 4, right? So for that, so what is this stream dot filter? So next one will be I am trying to remove all duplicates. Next I am trying to make like I am making double each and every element. I am making double n times n. Then I am trying to filter all events. So even number means it will divisible by 2. Then only I am trying to consider all events. Then I am trying to sort. Then finally I am trying to print it by using for each method. Now let me try to run the logic in the program. So I got only two elements, 36 and 64. So it will be difficult instead of this much list. So if I can minimize that list, then you can understand. So the value is greater than 4. Here we have only 1, or else I can make 2, I mean greater than or equal to 4. Here I have 2 elements. So from the 2 elements, I mean 2 are divisible by 2 are the even, I mean even numbers only. Let me try to add one more number greater than, I mean greater than or equal to 4. Now square it. I mean duplicate elements also, if I can make, it will be removed. So first duplicates will be removed. First it filter apply, remove duplicates, double it, find events, then sort it, then print it. So in this case what we are expecting, 16, I think 16. Next 7 7 49 and 8. So anyway 7 is not, I mean even, right? Only 4 and 8 I am result I am trying to expect. Now let me try to run. Yeah, so 4 4 16, 8 8 64. These two, anyway 7 is, I mean not considered here. Why? Because that is not even number. So if I can consider one more element like 6. Oh, let me try to run. Yeah, I got the all 3 elements in ascending order, right? If I can write instead of println print. So now let me try to run. Yeah, 16 36 64 our elements are in ascending order. So now replace all these lambda expressions with method reference. So first I am trying to write one instance method reference to filter all elements that are greater than 4, like public. So that is, I mean predicate, right? It is expecting boolean. Method name will be, I can say, greater than 4. So greater than 4. So or else now I can write the logic like, I can move this logic to here. I mean not all, I can remove this lambda expression. So now I can return it. I am expecting one parameter here, that is n. So that is type error. Now I can refer this method. So for that I already created here one object, right? Anyway I am reusing that method reference colon greater than 4. Now it is perfectly fine, there is no issue with. Now I replace that lambda expression with method reference. So this is the logic. This logic is, if you want in multiple places we can refer like this. So next one, I mean double it. Try to create that method as well. Public int double it. So if we can pass one number, we are trying to return that number by n times n. Now let me try to refer this double it method here. Anyway it is instance method reference, right? So method reference, then double it. I can copy that method name. Now let me try to run. So I am getting the same result, there is no effect. Even though I converted, I mean replaced that lambda expressions with method reference. For this I can replace with static method reference. Like I am trying to create one static method called public static. So here we are getting even numbers, right? So I am giving method name like find even. Then I am trying to pass one number, that is even or not I am trying to consider. So public static boolean. So here I am trying to return If the number is divisible by 2, so if it is divisible, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So this is the static method, right? Here I am trying to refer static method reference. So for that I am trying to use here first class name. What is class name? Method reference. So our current class name will be the method reference. So that method consists contains one of the static method called find event. I am trying to refer find event. So now let me try to run it. So there is no effect, still I am getting the same result with static method reference also. Now replace this method with thing. You can replace with the extract that method as a, so we can split that method into separate method. I am trying to extract to a, so now that I am extracting that comparator logic into separate, then here instead of this lambda expression I can write some simple method reference system dot out dot print ln. Now let me try to run. I got the same 16, 36, 64. Anyway, here I am using ln, right? That's why. So if we can observe here, I covered all concepts. So with this, six lines of code. So every line will be the different concept. Instance method reference. There is no parameter for distinct. So map again instance for filter static method reference sorted. I am extracting it to separate. So for each inbuilt method reference, println trying to implement. So I hope you got some clarity on method reference. So if you learned something new from this video, subscribe Programming KT and hit on like button for this video. So next video I will cover about constructor reference. Thanks for watching.